Today I woke up and chose violence because I'm really fed up with it, especially the content creators in Delta Force spreading a horrible lie that for some reason control in this game is equal to stability, or even worse, that control is better than stability, which is completely incorrect. And I'm going to demonstrate to you right now. Let's use the most generic rifle in the game. I'm going to apply a loadout that gives me plus 30 control and only one stability. I have the second loadout, which gives me plus 9 control and 21 stability. If you did the math already, this gives technically less stats in total. So if we go to the firing range, we should get this one with less recoil, right? That's all what all the YouTubers are saying, all the streamers, everyone is telling me this. So clearly this has to be the case, right? Okay, that seems pretty good, right? It's at the level of this sign here. Seems pretty decent. Well, what if I now equip the stability one? I stand in the same spot, I aim at the same spot. Oh no, I got like 20% or 10% less at least. How is that possible? Imagine the horror. This one random guy you are watching right now is telling you the truth, while so many people are clearly lying to you. Well, it's pretty simple. I can look at numbers in this game, you can do that too, or even if you don't believe the numbers, you can simply test it. All I do is I hold breath, which you should do every single time you are firing. You can see that at the bottom left here, as the breath meter is depleting. Even if you want to see this in a different way, we can try it like this. Let's install the most basic barrel so we can put on these patches. So this patch gives us one control and this one stability. So the control gives us 0.97 or 0.98, whichever one of these two is correct, of recoil. This one reduces our recoil reduction while holding breath by also 0.2. And if you know how mathematics works, you realize this is actually more of a reduction because 0.02 out of 0.86 is a bigger number. It's not much, but it's still a bigger number as you saw previously. If you are wondering about these two loadouts, I will copy these codes for you. You can then paste them like this and repeat the same test. Like I said, all you do is you just hold breath while firing, which you should always do regardless of what setup you have. Funny enough, the only reason why you might want to stack control is if you are somehow so incompetent that you are unable to hold two keys at the same time, which you can fix much simpler by using a script or even the software for your mouse or keyboard or whatever you are using to fire your gun. If I turn it off, you can see I'm getting almost the same amount of recoil. Actually, I'm getting slightly more, but the pattern is a lot more random now, especially because of the sway. So I guess if you have this sort of physical or more rather mental inability to hold two keys at the same time, yeah, I guess you can do this. But I see the same people who claim you should always hold breath to also tell you to stack control, which is frankly ridiculous. I'm sorry that I'm talking to you like to 3-year-olds, but I'm losing my mind at this point. Also, obviously none of these have any calibrations, because why the hell would I add more random variables? I don't know what else to say other than please Go and tell people that this is a horrific lie. Or if you want to be evil, don't tell them and watch them suffer and lose much more gunfights than they would lose normally. It's that simple. You either listen to me and you get an advantage, or you don't and you play at a disadvantage. And this disadvantage is quite significant, you see. So 10-20% recoil for having the same handling, all the other stats. Usually you actually get better stats because the stability giving attachments usually reduce your handling less than the control giving ones. Yeah, it's really that simple. Only caveat, maybe if you really seem to have some kind of mental issues, is that obviously attachments that give you a lot more control than stability, especially in the same slot, are just probably still better, right? Like this gives 9 control, and this only gives 2 control and 2 stability. That's more than double the effect. So yeah, use the muzzle brake, I guess, instead of the flash hider. But everywhere else where you can choose stability over control while having, for example, the same handling, do that every time. There is no reason not to. I guess that's it for today's video. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you anything more about this, but there really isn't more about this. Have a nice day.